Hello, welcome to class. I am so glad that you're here. This is all about stretching, so opening the body, but also getting a little bit into a flow state. We don't have that much time, so let's get started. The knees come wide, the arms reach forward, elongate through the spine in a child's pose. We take it to a one-arm child's pose, so left hand stays forward, right hand stays back. We're taking a couple of these circles. As you inhale, sweep the right hand forward and then up as you bring the hips with you. And then the exhale, circle it back down, hands towards the feet, forehead kisses the mat. One more full round. Inhale, sweep right hand forward, really gaze towards the hand at the top. Exhale, roll it back down. This time, as you inhale, roll the right hand up and pause when you reach the top, really twisting open to the right. Thread the needle is your release. Right arm underneath left, ground into the shoulder. Really use the left hand to push the ground away from you so you're twisting open with the chest, but you're keeping the hips square simultaneously. Just breathe here. Feel that opening. Our release out of it will be to a modified side plank facing the right. So the left knee will come under the hip, the right leg extends out as the right arm reaches either up to the sky or over the ear. Left hand, left knee, and right foot in one line. We're taking some circles here, so the right hand will sweep down and then all the way to the outer right leg as the left arm reaches up. And vice versa. So left hand sweeps down and then to the front of the mat as the right arm reaches up. I like to use the breath this way, so keep it going. You exhale as you transition through. Once you make it to that modified gait, right hand down, left arm up, you inhale. And same thing on the other side. Exhale to transition. Inhale to open it up. One more full round. All right, we'll release into a modified warrior two. So bend into the right knee, the toes are pointing out, arms to a T, and just bend deeper into the right knee and then release out of it. So this is helping you actively, dynamically open through that hip. And let's take a reverse warrior modified, left hand to the outer thigh, right arm up, keeping that right knee super bent. Let's swivel the hands to the top of the mat, find a high plank, so tuck the toes, little bit of strength here, pressing into the mat, pressing into the fingertips. Let's pulse forward and back on the toes, the heels are moving forward and then back. It's kind of helping you find this opening on the calves. Let's take it back to downward dog. You might want to walk the feet a step or two in. Just pedal out through the knees, bending one knee and then the other. Lengthened through the spine. Keep breathing. And let's take it back down to the child's pose. So knees are wide, toes touch, straight into that one arm variation. Left hand by your side, right arm forward. Elongate through the right side. As you inhale, sweep left hand forward and up as you lift the hips. Exhale, circle it all the way back down. Let's take another full round. Inhale, sweep left hand forward, really lift the heart towards the left. Exhale, bring it back down, square off the chest, forehead touches the mat. This time, as you bring it forward, just take a pause at the top, really gaze towards the left fingertips. And then to thread the needle, left arm under the right, ground into the shoulder, reach the right hand forward, and same concept as before, really corkscrew the chest open towards the right. Keep the hips square. Really nice. Let's come out of it. Modified side plank facing the left. Right knee under the hip, left arm up and over, really jutting the hip forward so you can open through the heart and the side body. Let's take those circles again. So left arm sweeps down and then all the way around onto the outer left thigh. The right arm sweeps up. And back to where you started. So use your exhale to transition. Just keep going at your own pace. Really nice job. Let's release out of it into modified warrior 2. Open out the arms, bend the left knee, toes pointing out. And just bend a little deeper into the left knee and then release out of it a bit. So kind of intuitively just finding that opening through the left hip. Keep gazing over the left fingertips. As you release, modified reverse warrior, left arm up and over, right hand to the outer thigh. And let's take it to the front of the mat, high plank. Both hands down, tuck both toes, little tuck of the tailbone, rounding in the upper back. 2 downward dog, wave the hips high, settle in. Let's take a few spinal waves here, so we're going to workshop this a bit. First one, just roll forward, high plank. Exhale back to downward dog. Okay, this time roll forward, high plank. Hover the knees over the mat, and then try to tilt the pelvis up and back as you take it to downward dog, almost like a cow pose. This time just ground into both knees, find a tabletop. Let's take 2 full rounds of cat-cow. So you're really feeling the concept of the spinal wave in your body, and then we'll revisit it. Inhales, you open up, heart towards the sky. Exhale, round it in, chin to chest. All right, let's take it back, downward dog, hips come high. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Hover the knees, and then tilt the pelvis up, send the hips up and back. Nice. Inhale, high plank, roll forward. Hover the knees, send it back. I love a spinal wave, you guys. I always have to throw it in. Okay, you can ground into both knees. Let's walk the hands forward for a puppy pose. So rest the forehead down, finding that opening through the shoulders, keeping the hips stacked over knees. Breathe, feel into that opening on the upper half of the body. Let's take it all the way onto the belly. Bring the fingertips a little bit wider than the mat, tenting onto all 10. The feet are nice and wide as well. Really engage the glutes. Inhale, press into the fingertips, rise up with the heart. You don't have to straighten the arms all the way. Exhale, roll it back down. We're going to take this a few times. Inhale, press it back up. Exhale, roll it back down. Let's do it again. If you want to bring the whole hands down, you're also more than welcome to do that. The fingertips do give you a little more space on your lower back, so just be mindful of that. Inhale, press it up, open heart to sky. Exhale, peel it back down. One more round. Inhale, you open. Exhale, close it down. Great job. Let's take a shoulder stretch. So right arm reaches out, palm is down. Use the left hand to kind of send the body weight over to the right side, left toes outside of the right leg. Noticing that opening on the right shoulder, resting the right side of the head down. Let's take it back to center and immediately into the other side. Left arm reaches out, Right fingertips come down, send the weight over towards the left. Right toes outside of the left leg. And honestly, just let it feel good. Enjoy it. This is one of my favorites. It never misses. And we'll bring it back to center, take it up to a tabletop. We're finding low lunge here, so bring the right foot forward next to the right thumb. Both hands can come to the right thigh to start off with. We're gonna take a couple flowing motions here. First one will be cactus the arms, open heart. Next one, straighten through the right leg, touch the hands, straighten the arms, chin to chest. Okay, keep going like that. Use your breath. Your inhales are when you open and bend. Your exhales are when you straighten and contract. Bring both hands down for half split. Let it feel like a release. Left hip moving forward, right hip moving back. Just lengthen through the right leg, lengthen through the spine, almost like you're trying to make yourself a little bit taller here. Shoulders are rolling away from the ears. On the release, bring yourself up, bend into the right knee, and then bring the right knee next to the left. So you're in a child's pose variation with the hands by the feet. You're rounding everything in, really contracting it all inward. Let's take it forward, back to that low lunge, opposite side. Left foot forward, hands start at the thigh. And we will take those two postures. So cactus the arms, open the heart, and then send it in, round and contract. Keep going at your own pace. Really focus on the integrity of the postures. That is the most important thing. You want to really feel the posture in your body. Find a way that you can stay really stable here. All right, wherever you are, let's release to half split, hands to frame the left leg, lengthen the left leg, right hip is sending forward, left hip is sending back. Lengthen the spine. Let's bring it back to the tabletop. Bring the feet over to one side and bring the hips down. So you're coming onto a seat towards the center of your mat. So make sure you have room behind you. Let's bring it up into a reverse tabletop. So press into the feet, press into the hands. Ankles are roughly under knees. Open the heart. Release from here will be boat pose. So sit the hips down, lift the legs, arms by your sides. Shoulders are broad, the chest is open here. Back to reverse tabletop, so ground the feet and the hands, lift the heart. It's almost like the opposite pose, so it's a really nice way to go from one to the other. And then back to boat pose, so open up, really broaden the chest. Let's take it back, reverse tabletop, hips are high. Notice how this is actually like a really nice stretch on the inner shoulders. Send the hips down, boat pose, open. All right, all the way down onto the back this time. Relax, hug the knees into the chest. Just massage the lower back, rocking side to side. Hands can be on the fronts of the shins or the backs of the thighs. That'll be a little gentler. Let's take a supine twist. So the feet come down and send the hips off to the right before bringing both knees down towards the left. You're opening the right arm, grounding into the shoulder. To take it a little bit further, you can also straighten the left leg down the long edge of the mat. This will allow more space for the right knee to sort of travel down. It'll open the back up a little more. Gaze towards the right hand. Really feel that opening, that freedom that you've cultivated in your spine. Let's bring it back to center. Bend the left knee, cross the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Let's take a supine figure 4. Grasp onto the left leg, bring everything a little closer to you. Keep the shoulder blades grounded. As you release, bring the feet down, supine twist opposite side, so hips drive off to the left, both knees down towards the right. Option to straighten the right leg down. You can also just keep both knees bent, that's totally fine. Straighten out the left arm, so ground the shoulder blade, gaze towards the fingertips. All right, as you bring it to center, let's take supine figure 4 once again. So left ankle crosses on top of right thigh, hands thread through, grasp onto the left leg, back of the thigh or front of the shin. And make sure you can really keep your shoulder blades grounded here so that you're targeting the hips as best possible. Keep breathing, so really extend your exhale so you're giving the body permission to open in these stretches. Let's release. Soles of feet come together, knees fan out towards the sides, hands come anywhere on the body. This will be the posture that we finish off the practice with, so just settle in. I like to have one hand on my heart, one hand on my belly. I really like to feel the breath moving through my body, so just get really grounded with the body. Let's take an inhale together through the nose, come all the way up to the top, let the belly fill up. Through the nose, exhale. Let it all go. I will leave you here to finish off the practice. Stay for as long as you need. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and thank yourself for showing up for your own self in this way.